Here's Dermot in Wood Green. Go ahead, Dermot.
Wonderful news about Egypt, and
Indeed.
and a lesson to all dictators around the world. Not that they'll take notice, but that the Western powers or whoever is backing you will eventually dump you.
Indeed. Indeed. We'll see where he ends up. It won't be in America, I'll tell you that.
Probably
And
Saudi Arabia.
Switzerland today have frozen his assets. But why did they allow him to build up those assets in the first place?
And I'm sure he's got pots of money in London too.
$70 billion is the alleged haul.
And George, 19 days ago, before this revolution began, if there was any suggestion that maybe this money should be frozen, and you suggest that to David Cameron, maybe at the dispatch box, oh my God, he'd shout you down, saying,
indeed,
you know, you're blah blah, you know, whatever. But no, in reply to no, you should have demolished Stephen's point from Leeds concerning having the referendum. That would have absolutely no effect on the Human Rights Act.
No, quite. It's long before our entry into the European Union.
Sorry, the Convention, the European Convention of Human Rights, that was passed. Sorry, it was a treaty that the various countries entered after after an appalling Second World War, where millions of people died, and they brought about all these various rights and says, okay, well, look, at least you'll have the right to vote, you'll have the right to blah blah blah, to this, that, and the other. They set out all these rights. And in any, the EU, for instance, they couldn't, the EU is only concerned, the European Union, or for Stephen, is he used the old words, EEC. Mm-hmm. The EEC has nothing to do with human rights. It's only interested in commerce. And the reason why the likes of Mubarak and various people, why they prosper dealing with the EEC is because the EEC couldn't give a hoot about human rights. They're only interested in trade. So Stephen, please, even if we left the EU in the morning or the EEC, it will have no effect unless we pull out of unless we scrap our signatory to the Convention of Human Rights. And that would be a disastrous thing to do. But
indeed, Dermot in Wood Green, as always, thanks very much.